Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, cottagers. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, we are back to play Harvestella today. Last time we were working our way through the dungeon that's located in the castle, Castle Lewis, and we got to this security unlock where we have to like basically flip a couple switches, and there's 4 of them. We flipped 3. The last one we needed to kill some like really aggressive dudes, some big boys. So, we did not achieve that. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do. We have a bunch of food on us, but the problem that we ran into last time was that the big bad dudes are pretty thick for us to kill. So I think our goal today is gonna be maybe go kill some big bad dudes in like the cave, maybe? See if we can like level up a little bit. Hey yo Raz, how are you? Hello Rin, welcome in. How are you? I'm doing well. Trying to level up a little bit because we were struggling a little bit before. Just a bit with this dungeon situation. So we might do a little bit of grinding today. Hope you have nommed breakfast. I did eat a granola bar, which isn't a great breakfast, but I don't normally eat breakfast, so that's even more than I normally get. Hi, Miss Pickles. What's up? Sneezing? Alright, got that dude. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage to me. I guess just avoid the big attacks. Yeah, he doesn't do a whole lot. I thought he was gonna do more. Like I said, maybe it's just avoid the big attacks. Are you winning, son? You know what? We're fighting dudes that we are of level to fight. So, yeah, we're doing just fine. Oh, I need to turn on my subtitles. I totally forgot to do that. I like opened the tab and didn't do it. Ooh. Man trying. This dude, he really doesn't have high damage. Cause like, I feel like normally when the big bads hit us, it does like a quarter of my health. I'm trying to avoid using like too much of our cooked stuff, because I might honestly, I don't know, I have a lot of food, but we don't have that much in reserve, so there's that. Alright, we killed this man. I don't even think there's anything. Oh, there was a Conoloo doll behind him. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, there's nothing here. We're just doing it for the XP. Alright. BGM is so good. I know. The BGM in this game is good. Alright, let me start my captions. Have those started? Yes, they have. You okay, Pickles? You're having a bad allergy day too? I'm sorry, baby bean. Meanwhile, my mind is distracted by consciously noticing that the damage numbers, while appearing to be placed randomly, almost never overlap each other. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I mean, that's cool. I mean, so clearly not random, I guess. Do I have anything that restores stamina? I have this stuff, but I don't really want to use it. It's like my good food. And these are only HP. Maybe I can just hit them once each. And these two can kill them. There we go. Let's preserve some of my stamina. I don't know if I get full credit if the NPCs like do all of the damage. It might be, you know, based on how much damage you do. The best UI design is stuff you don't even notice. That is true. On that terrible disappointment, I gotta head out. Don't die. Okay. Catch you later, Raz. Or Ness. That Raz is my name. I don't know. My brain. Oops. Fell through the floor there. My brain is cooked, clearly. But enjoy the rest of your Saturday, Ness. Hopefully it's chill. I don't know if I should pick up... I assume it doesn't take stamina to pick up loot that's on the ground, but maybe it does. I haven't really checked. Alright, these two. You know, I don't remember if Dianthus also did magic last time. I feel like maybe she did. Maybe I just wasn't noticing, because she was like the first NPC that we ever met that joined our party, and then like she joined, you know, now, much later. But I wonder. I don't remember. Oh. This man trying to charge us. We just don't really have the stamina to fight another big boy. Though, I don't know that that did enough XP, really. There's the one down here, I guess. Meant to spook you. This definitely... Oh, can I get around this? How did I get around this last time? I don't know how I got to that. Maybe I went from the other side. Maybe that's what happened. Because I don't... Yeah, I must have. I was like, I don't think I can get over there. Guess you gotta go all the way around. But yeah, these holes in the floor were definitely meant to just induce stress. They're there that you don't notice them, and then you run on them, and then you fall through the floor, and there's like more big bad dudes, and you're like just crying. You're just freaked out. Also, I'm kind of shocked. I kind of thought that there was gonna be... I don't think... Are there any fishing points in this cave? There's like tons of water. So I kind of thought that like there was gonna be stuff. Fishing happening. But apparently not. Because I don't think there's... There's not that many floors. Okay, these are the two chests we got last time. And then if we wanted, let's see. We go this way. I'm really like out of stam. Truth be told. So, I guess I'll just run through to that other teleport point. Because I have to go this way. The chlorogel is like out to get me. Okay, come this way. It's like 620. I do like that you can always warp home from these points. It'd be a little rough if you could only warp like within the dungeon. Also, apologies if you hear, it's like raining today. And it's raining pretty hard, actually. So, if you hear that, not much I can do. Can't affect the weather. I also don't remember if I checked out the cave stuff, the cave crops. I think I planted more, but let's go down. Let's see. Okay, we did plant more, but they are very young. I do like how bright this cave is. I am assuming that the cave crops are just low light and that these crystals give off enough light for them to grow. Because I don't really think, you know, we're growing like black pepper in there, you know. I think they need some amount of light. I don't think they can just go without any light. Let's put it that way. Alright, let's go to bed. I'm kind of, let's see, do I have any other food? I guess the other thing I could do, I don't know if I need stamina to cook. Let's see if I have any other, like, finished dishes, because I literally don't think I do. So, let's see, is there anything else that I could make that is good? Oh, magic defense up. This could be a good one. I don't know if that affects poison, though. Because the dudes that we're trying to fight, they're like level 50s, which is part of the problem. And they do poison damage. Which can be difficult to deal with. Because it just puts a dot on you. So even if you kind of don't get hit by anything else, which they do just hit you, there's some unavoidable stuff. Kind of just ticks down the whole time. This one is also stam, regen speed up, and ice damage up. We do have an ice damage attack. And Q, hello, welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Let's see. Wave water, ice damage up. I don't really know if we need wave water or ice. Though we could do ice damage with our gun. Our gun can swap between fire damage and ice damage. So that's an option. It would use all of my... It would use all of my flour, but I don't know that I need flour for anything else. So maybe I make one of these. And then maybe I make one of the Vongol Bianco. The cucumber. Yeah, none of the veggies are none of the veggies have normal earth names. It's cucumber, carop. There's wheat, I guess. Wheat is just wheat. And there is a tomato. Like there is just like a Nevian tomato. So some things have normal names, but a lot of them have slightly goofy names. So like the corn is Morrow corn. You know? Why they do that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer. Anyway, how you doing, CJ? Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, did we level up? Oh, we barely leveled up. Alright, let's see what happens if we go, like, first thing in the morning to the castle. And then, like, run to the security spot. Also, I like that it's raining. Makes my life a lot easier. Much easier. Okay, got some flour. I think these guys... What did I get? I think I got... Yeah, I did get Clefal feed. Put that in there. Get some milk. Sell all that. Happy Saturday, Razzle. Thank you, thank you. Hope everyone's day is going well. Alright, let's go fight some dudes. See how this goes. Should I save? You know what? I'm not gonna save Scum. What is the point? This is a farming sim. It's no big deal if we lose. Alright, so we're gonna go onto the drawbridge, and then we're going to go... I think it's the Solstitial Steps. Yes, and then it's this path, I think. I think this is the one that we didn't unlock. That man tried to lightning me. How dare you, sir? I don't think there's too many mobs except for the big dudes. But the big dudes are a lot. So we have to clear out these dudes first. And we want to hit the elementals first because the elementals do, I don't know, they just do like way more damage to us. Okay, so then we do have to kill this dude. Let's do this dude. And we'll do our other max move. Arbiter of Love. This dude he's big mean. I also have to watch my health because none of his attacks I think are avoidable. What do I want to do? I probably want to do... I'm gonna do this. This one. That was the power of the Kiblins. Yeah, where he tried to lightning me to death. Yes. Definitely true. Okay. I need to consume this. Okay. And then just keep hitting him, I guess. I don't know what's good against poison, truth be told. I'm not actually sure about the typing in this game. Okay, so we beat this dude. However, he's doing a bunch of damage to us. Let me eat some tacos. And then we're just gonna sit here, I think. Because we have to see how our I guess you can't see. I guess slightly to the right of me, there's like a stomach. It has a 76 on it. That's how much our like food gauge is at, which pretty high. Also, I don't remember if there was a rest spot anywhere around here. I don't think they're marked. Could even be more dudes beyond this room, honestly. Because there's 3 in here. But we only have to kill the one across the way. We were pretty close last time, but I ran out of stuff to, like, I couldn't eat any food basically, which is kind of the big problem. Okay, let's see. Can I get these? Oh. Is this dude gonna start shooting at me from across the room? I think he might. Oh, he hasn't poisoned me yet. Let's see. If I leave... Oh, no. Battle music is done. Also, Dip, hello! Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if there's a way to... I don't know if there's a way to, like, remove fullness meter. HP. So that, I don't think that's gonna do anything for me. I also don't think any of these, like, ingredients or anything do much either. Because all my food is pretty hefty. Pretty hefty. I guess the drinks are not so bad. The drinks are free, but I don't have a lot of drinks. But maybe I need to just stock up on drinks. Maybe that's the way to get through this. Is to quietly stock up on 5 million drinks. Because we gotta, I think we have to just wait. How much food? Let's see, these are 30, these are 25. They're kind of a lot. I might need to make, I think I have a level, do I have an upgraded fermenter? I think I got the recipe for an upgraded fermenter, so I'm wondering if I can maybe make more drinks with that at once. Because that would be kind of handy. But we'll wait. Let's see. It's like noon right now. I think we can wait all the way until, like, I don't know, 8 or 9 p.m. maybe is probably like our max time, because we have to beat, there's 2 other dudes in this room, but they're just guarding chests, so they do not aggro. We just have to beat the dude in the middle who's blocking the door. I tried to run around him last time. Did not work. He was like, no, I'm physically in the doorway and I'm not moving. Thank you very much. So, have to beat both of them. I'm wondering, I feel like maybe I'm just supposed to be much higher level when I get in here, which might be the case. Or I'm just supposed to come here with so many drinks that I'm invincible. I just cannot be killed. Limit break, vegetable medley salad, Italian vinaigrette. Hello, Farrah, welcome in, happy Saturday. That's kind of what I feel like right now. Like, I'm fighting these dudes and then being like, quick, eat a taco. Quick, eat these mince and cucumber sandwiches. So, it's definitely... This is because I was really lazy about making the juices. This is what I get. I run out of juice, and then it's no good. I might have to make I just hate maker machines. I feel like that's part of my problem. I just don't like maker machines in games, like, at all. So, I'm not encouraged to use them. But maybe I needed to make, like, a bunch. I prefer doing it myself. It's just like, the maker machines I just find to be ugly. I just don't like that they like take up physical space. Like I don't mind if it's like, oh, we just like do the cooking station and then we just have to do it or whatever, but having it have to be machines that take up space on the farm and that I can't like hide away. I think we should get rid of maker machines. I don't know what game started that. I don't know if I can blame Stardew for that. I feel like there were other maker machines predating Stardew. Stardew just like took it up to a new level. But I don't know who likes those. Genuinely. I have no idea. If anyone out there is like, you know what? Maker machines are my favorite thing. This is the best. The mechanic was around for a while, but some games go overboard. Yeah. Yes. I just feel like a lot of farming sims are including them these days in abundance. Which, like, I don't mind Doraemon Story of Seasons, the machines are like gadgets, so it takes a long time to unlock, they're very expensive, and like they're quirky and there's only one of them, you know? It's not like you can make multiples of them, it's like, no. Here's the one, it has like a designated spot, so it feels like, I don't know, a little bit less intrusive. I wouldn't mind a maker you could upgrade them and just have one. Yeah, I mean, I think Pioneers of Olive Town, I think, has that. There's like advanced maker machines that like do more like bulk processing. But they take a long time to unlock, which, to be fair, kind of a grindy game, so maybe people get to it in the end anyway if they're really like going for it, but I don't know. I would prefer if we're gonna have machines, make them just like bulk so you only need one, you know? And then you can just do that. Olive Town was the worst for makers. It was not good. It was not good. And they were very large. They were very clunky, they took up a lot of space. They were not appealing looking, really. They were hard to hide because of how much space they took up, so not my favorite. I definitely was like not happy about that. Okay, what can I eat? I have to like be sure. This is 25. I wish it showed me my stomach level in here. That would be nice. I don't want to drink this Soma potion. I don't know if I was supposed to drink it during one of the other fights and it's just a freebie, but I really don't want to use it. So I'm keeping it with me in case we need it for like the boss fight that's definitely in here, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so we could eat 2 tacos, which is pretty good currently. And be full. 2 tacos and a juice. I'm a little scared going in at like already half health, I guess, but we'll give it until 8 p.m. and then we'll try and kill this dude. If we can't do it, then I'll have to go on a juice spree. We'll have to do some juice making and cooking and heart events in the meantime. We'll just do the things a little out of order. I might also just have to go and like grind in some of these lower level dungeons and just like get a bunch of XP. Might just have to do that. Juice yourself up. Yeah, exactly. I might even just have to grind in this castle, like on some of the other floors. The ones without big spooky folks. That might be the way. The juice is kind of like steroids though, because it like affects everybody and it's like just an HP boost. It doesn't actually have any of the other like stat buffs things, but you can drink those like way more often than you can eat. It seems like you need to be like kind of not doing anything to eat, but the juices you can just be like, oh, let me drink this quick. Someday I'll come back and get those chests. I wonder, I feel like there's definitely dudes in the cave that I could go back and get chests from. And there's definitely guys in the, like, Coral Shrine, I think, that also were big bad dudes that at the time I was like, I'm not gonna fight them at level because they're super hard. I was like, I don't know about this. My fear is we're gonna get through this room and there's gonna be another one of these dudes. And I'm gonna be like, oh, not quite what we needed. I was excited for this game when I heard about it, but when it came out, I decided not to get it because of the reception. Do you think it's worth getting? So, I have enjoyed this game, but I think a big problem for people was that people expected it to be a farming sim with a side of, like, action RPG, and what it actually ended up being was an action RPG with a side of farming. So for all the people that really, if you really don't like the combat, like, I will say that the combat is not difficult, truly. It's pretty easy to just power through, but if you do not like the combat at all, then I think it is gonna be, you know, kind of just rough to get through. So that's the one thing I'll say, is I think they had a bad reception because people were, like, felt misled, I guess is what I would say. The farming is very much the sideline event here. So I've got poisoned. Hopefully it doesn't kill me, I guess. If it does, I might have to drink this drink. Because I don't think I can. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to drink it anyway. Hello, hello, Raz and crew. Hello, Patrick. Welcome in. My understanding, the two receptions were, why is there farming in my fighting game and why is there fighting in my farming game? Yes, I would say it was definitely, that was definitely the case. The device looks like it will activate something. It seems touching the device will activate it. Okay, let me look. I don't know about that. I need to get to the unlock. Oh no, it's one of these dudes? No! No! Oh my god. Okay, this is like a gauntlet that I will not be able to get through. That's so sad. Alright, maybe I'll touch that device. Whatever. We'll see. Maybe it'll kill me. Touch it anyway. Yeah, let's do it. You touch it and a light suddenly starts brimming from beneath your feet. Your body gradually heals as the light enshrouds you. 10 minutes later, your health increased a lot. The light won't come on anymore, even if you touch the device again. Looks like it's all out of power. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, so maybe we can do this. I don't know. I don't think we could fight another one of those dudes, but... yeah, the Arbiter of Love is really my issue. Oh, is he fighting us right now? Let's see. This dude is the Juggernaut's not bad. But I could eat one taco. This is it. This is it. It's all this taco or nothing. I don't want to use this potion. I feel like if I use the potion, I'm gonna lose. But maybe I have to just use the potion. Okay. I think I'm gonna die. I'm definitely gonna die. This is tragic. I used the potion too. Ruined. I don't know if I can get that potion again, so it was worth a shot. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna have... Cress is gonna come in and tell us that we're dumb, and then charge us like $1,000. What's up, Cress? Oh, you're awake. Well, that's a relief. You passed out in front of your house again, weak and unable to move. I told you not to push yourself so hard, didn't I? I was really worried, you know? Anyway, I'm going home. Oh, and I took my doctor's fee again. My services aren't cheap, so bear that in mind. You paid $10.75 gorilla in doctor's fees. Alright, thanks, Cress. Adding insult to injury. Alright, so we need juice. That's what we found out. We need juice. Turns out. Let's see. I think Rune Factory did the mix of fighting and farming sim well, but that's just my preference. I've been contemplating Rune Factory for a while, but I just can't play any farming games for long periods of time. They are long games. You could just pick up and play and drop it. If you start Rune Factory, I'd start with Rune Factory 4. It has some of the best quality of life improvements in the franchise, but before they made the risky leap to 3D that some people were turned off of from Rune Factory 5. Special edition Rune Factory 4 is available on most platforms. Oh, ew, it's a main character dies, game ends type game. My general issue with the farming games is they don't really give an objective besides make farm better. Well, you have to remember, farming sims at their core are not... If you're someone who they're not meant to be engaging. I guess that's like a common misconception, which I think is kind of why I take issue a little bit with the popularity of Stardew. I think people are welcome to like Stardew, but I think that Stardew had too much going on in it and deviated pretty severely from the genre of farming sims are meant to be boring. They are meant to be very relaxing. They are meant to be low stakes. They are meant to be you watching plants grow and befriending your neighbors. They are not meant to be engaging, generally. And there is, like, the deviations like Rune Factory, which are like, hey, this is kind of a farming sim, but, like, we're mainly doing, like, the, you know, the fighting in a fantasy world RPG thing. You can farm too, but we're really here to, like, do battle at points. So I kind of take issue, because I feel like people, like, a lot of people, Stardew was their first farming sim, and then they're very critical of other, and I think a lot of people who played Stardew enjoyed it, but don't actually like farming sims. legitimately. And then they play other farming sims, and then they're like, this is boring, I don't like this. And it's like, okay, well, this is the genre. Stardew is the aberration. This is the norm here. Like, and that's fine. You don't have to like farming sims. But Stardew is like very on the edge of what is normal in a farming sim, I would say. I played for an hour and could never get into Stardew. Never understood the hype. I think for a lot of people it was just on PC. It was really exciting because most other farming sims were on various consoles. And it was a more westernized farming sim, which we've talked about, has like pros and cons. There are points of Stardew where it being really westernized, I think, detracts. I think it like loses something by being in a space that is kind of inherently unhappy and like, you know, dealing with rural experience in a western setting, which maybe is a little bit more full of people who don't actually want to be there, kind of thing. Stardew really had too much going on after a certain point. I have to play with friends and rotate chores to prevent getting overwhelmed with how much there is to do. Everyone in Stardew hates themselves, right? It's definitely darker, I would say. I had this conversation with a friend of mine recently, and she really likes to play Stardew, but she was telling me, like, she really struggles with the romance storylines of, like, pretty much everyone in Stardew, because to her, no one is, like, most people are just genuinely pretty unhappy, and often pretty unhappy with, like, being in Stardew. Like, you know, they don't like being in Pelican Town. And it makes it challenging because then you kind of feel like you're like, oh, I'm gonna marry this person. You feel like you're trapping them in this town that they hate and that they're like unhappy with. Versus the old like Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons games, most people like the towns. That's kind of the point. Like, most people in these spaces do enjoy these spaces. There are always characters that represent like the disgruntlement, the frustration, the difficulty of like being a young person in a rural space, but it's not as overwhelming, I guess, as in Stardew. Stardew is very like, we hate this town, and you're like, okay, glad I moved here. That's cool, I guess. So just put them in a different game like Apico. Feed them to the bees. The bees that crave human flesh. Cannibalism. Well, I guess it wouldn't be cannibalism, they're just predator bees at that point. I didn't like most of the NPCs in Stardew. They're difficult to love. And I think they're meant to be on some level, you know? Which is fine. But yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not for everyone. Oh, even these take... Oh, okay. This is so interesting. The drinks take... Maybe I'm supposed to be bringing, like, milks with me. Something that doesn't... Like, these milks are 700 HP and there's only... I'm gonna take 5 stomach space. 5, like, fullness. I don't know. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think you're supposed to take 1 billion drinks, though. So maybe that's what I have to do. Eggs, too. Eggs take a bunch as well. I need a couple of these. Okay, this is a smoker. Let me go see if I have a recipe for another fermentation barrel. The circumstances behind everyone with the bachelors and bachelorettes is that you have a tourist trying to introduce the good parts of their town that were always there. It is the rundown nature of Animal Crossing made them miserable for their neglect. Yeah. It is like... I don't think that anyone is like, I don't think you generally get to the end of Stardew and be like super unhappy, but it just, I don't know. It's very depressing. It's very depressing, I find. So for me, like, I don't think Stardew is a horrible farming sim. It is, to me, it's a bit of a shame because I think it's such a huge deviation from the genre that it's like a bit difficult when other people are, you know, on Steam, like, giving farming sims bad reviews because they genuinely just don't like farming sims and they don't like the genre, they just like Stardew, so they're just constantly comparing it. I don't think the writing is that good, but again, it was one man that made it. And it was a love letter to Bokuto Monogatari, and like, it was a love letter to Harvest Moon. So it was like one dude making this game that was meant to be, you know, kind of an ode to Harvest Moon. And he's just one guy, you know. Harvest Moon has, like, you know, Story of Seasons has an entire team, you know, writing stuff, so. Because it's so popular now, it's become the standard that it never was. Yeah, I don't like that. So when people, I feel it's happened a few times. It's quite rare. I think people know not to do it. But I have had a few times. It happens less when I'm playing something that's already weird, like Harvestella. But it's happened a few times when I've been playing one of the Story of Seasons games that someone will come in and be like, I don't like this game as much as Stardew. And I'm like, shh. Do not speak those words in my chats. That's illegal here. I'm like, no. No. That is literal slander. Fundamentally, I think it's amazing for one guy. I just think it needs mods for me to play it. And, like, the good thing is that you can, you know, there are mods. So you can do that. But yeah, it is not for everyone. And I think not a great example of the genre, is what I would say, I guess. I don't particularly hate it, but the parts I don't like, I'm more aware of when I do it alone. Yeah, I think it's best played with friends, I would say. I think it's one of the good things about it is that it exists in a space where you can play with friends. And there's not a lot of farming sims that you can co-op. It's like, you know, that one, Doraemon, Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom, you can co-op, but again, it's only like one other person. Stop disrespecting your game's ancestor. Yeah, that's what just gets me, is when the thing that's weird to me is when someone doesn't know, and I get it. I usually, when someone comes in and is like hard chatting up Stardew and being really dismissive of Story of Seasons, I usually assume that they are a child. But, you know, it is sad that Harvest Moon was removed from their creator. Okay, so the whole Harvest Moon thing, Natsume, the publisher, the localizer, just copyrighted the name. And only the English name. It has forever been published in Japan as Bokujo Monogatari. And Marvelous is still making games as Story of Seasons. The problem, for me, is that Natsume purposefully obfuscates the fact that they did not make any of the games prior to like 2013 or whatever, 2014, whenever their first bad game came out. They purposefully pretend that they are the original creators of Bokujo Monogatari, which is very odd. I literally don't know how they haven't been sued for, like, fraud, genuinely. Like, I don't understand, you know, the laws about fraud, I guess. But I kind of don't know how they've, like, gotten away with that. To this point, because even until the present day, they are still around. They are still around. They're releasing a new game called Harvest Moon Winds of Anthros or something. That there's a lot of farming sim people and like cozy game people that have been hype about it, but to me, genuinely, I will not play a game titled Harvest Moon developed by Natsume unless they publicly apologize for misleading people and literally stealing money from consumers when they came out with that first game and pretended that they were the original developers of Harvest Moon. They did not make clear that they were just the publishers. They did not make clear that they just copyrighted the English name and that it was not the same people making the game. And they literally charged people for these games. A bunch of people got excited. They were like, oh, new Harvest Moon game, amazing. And they went and bought these games, and they are garbage. They are literal garbage. Because they're not a game company. They were a localizer. They have no experience making farming sims before that point. They had experience translating farming sim writing that they didn't write. And to be fair, not doing a great job of that. There are entire, like, blogs dedicated to their very strange, you know, definitely not native translations. Let's put it that way. So until they apologize for that, legitimately, until they come out and say, hey guys, we're sorry that we've been lying to you, lying by omission, and pretending to be the developers of these games, and we're sorry to everyone who, you know... Sorry. We're sorry to everyone who bought these games in, like, 2014 under what is honestly false advertising. Until they do that, I'm not interested in patronizing them. I think that that is really scummy. I think it's wrong. And I find it really offensive. And they continue to do it today. If you go on their social media, you'll see them being like celebrating anniversaries of, you know, Harvest Moon N64 or SNES, or they do all that. They pretend that they cosplay on the internet that they made those games, and it's offensive. Genuinely. Genuinely just offensive. So Natsume's gonna like find this video and like come for me someday maybe, but that's just how I feel. I feel it's wrong. I don't think it's a good way to build a following that's loyal to you, and I don't think people should give them second chances unless they legitimately apologize and make a statement to clear things up, because right now they're just profiting off of it. We've all seen the writing before. How hard can it be? As someone who's tried to do it better, it's very hard when you don't understand the logic behind some decisions. Turns out, making games is hard. Making quality games is hard. Alright, we're in like the last days of summer, so I figure we should probably do some fishing, because I think there's supposed to be a rare fish. I assume that there's a rare fish in each season in the corresponding seasonal town during that season. That's what I think. But yeah, I'm sure when that new Natsume game comes out, I'll have people asking me if I'm going to play it, and I'm gonna have to be like, nope. Nope, I'm not going to do that until they, like, make a public statement and apologize to everybody and, like, I don't know, give people some of their money back that they took from them, I guess. Then maybe. but until that point. I will say there are some people out there on Twitter that follow Natsume, and clearly anytime Natsume makes a post pretending to be the devs behind Bokujo Monogatari, they they just like absolutely go after them for it. It's pretty rough. What is this? Super grouper. An aggressive fish that lives in the sea. It will try to rush or bite at you, even after being caught. Other color variations are said to be more violent, but little is known about them. What is that? Okay, so it's just a gold version. Maybe the rare one is one of the other color variations? I think my plan is to make like 1 billion juices. That's my goal right now. Super grouper, aggressively uncooperative. Yeah, kind of ironic. Kind of ironic. Once I was on like a party boat, you know? Where you go like fishing with like a bunch of people on a boat. And the poor people that work on the boat have to like make sure that no one injures themselves and also probably hopefully catches something. We it was like when I was like fairly young, I guess. Maybe like middle school or something, maybe a little older. And my brother caught a grouper. And groupers are really ugly looking. I don't know if you've ever like seen a grouper, but they're not attractive looking fish. He's reeling in this grouper. It looks like something that just got scraped off the bottom of the ocean. And my brother and I both played Animal Crossing, and my brother thought it was hilarious. He turned to me and he was like, I caught a coelacanth. He knows what a coelacanth looks like, but as an equally like alien looking fish. He's reeling in his grouper, but this dude next to him, one, I don't know why he thought some like child could correctly identify this fish, but he started being like, this kid's caught a coelacanth, and like hollering that out, and my brother and I were like, sir, this is not a coelacanth. Coelacanths live in a very particular part of the world that is not. They were in Texas at the time. We were like, it is not off the coast of Texas, first of all. And they are much larger than this. They look nothing. They really look nothing like a grouper, other than kind of being ugly fish as well, I guess. And then, you know, the party boat dude comes over and is like, that is a grouper. And we were like, we know. We are aware. We were making a joke to each other that is specific to if you've played Animal Crossing, I guess, or know fish, weird fish. But that dude was probably kind of embarrassed, but he probably shouldn't have taken the word of like an 8-year-old. Crime. Identifying fish incorrectly. Actually a crime. Hey Raz, hello Mighty T, welcome in, how are you? Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. I'm just getting bodied in this game, so we're on a quest to make as much juice as we can so I can just power my way through fights with that. Need to hang up the bucket hat. Yes, exactly. No more bucket hat for you, sir. Ah, the old over-farm it, exactly. Yes, if you can't beat him in combat, just farm for your life. I think I'm like criminally underleveled. I think part of the problem is because the boss mechanics and stuff are pretty easy. Like a lot of bosses, most of their damage is like avoidable. Some of it is unavoidable, but like a good chunk of it is avoidable. Because of that, we've kind of just been getting through boss fights with like not a lot of issue. So we were probably meant to struggle more and like grind a little bit more until we got to this point. But they finally were like, hey, you're supposed to be like level 50. I'm like, well, I'm level 42, so I guess that's not quite 50. Not quite it. So instead we just have to, you know, fish and cook and ferment a bunch of juice instead. Alright, let's go back. Because it's like late. Rather not pass out. I mean, we could do hard events and stuff, but I'm like, I kind of want to just finish this castle and then move on to the next big progression point. Because at least the last time that we got through like a big progression point, we kind of, I don't know, we kind of like got stopped after a point. Because we had to kind of just wait for, I don't know, story stuff to catch up with us. Besides this type of combat mechanics, what other mechanics do you think would fit in a farming game? Like turn-based or strategy? Let's see, what do I think would be a good match? I mean, so I think actually, I think a combination of a farming sim with Oregon Trail would be really fun. I think that'd be a funny combo, like doing an Oregon Trail where you're like moving out, like getting to a space, and it doesn't have to be historical. Let me put that out there at all. It could be fantasy, where you're like, you make some journey, Oregon Trail style, with like a party of people, and then you get to land and you end up like starting a farm or like getting to your destination. Maybe it doesn't even have to be you starting a farm from fresh. Maybe you're traveling to grandfather's farm in the next, you know, country over in Fantasyville, and you have to go on this adventure with a bunch of other people who are also trying to get to this other country in Fantasyville, and then you get there and then you're just farming. I think that'd be funny. I think that'd be a joy. I would love to see more. I don't mind combat in farming sims. To me, the combat just has to not be super challenging, or it has to be totally optional. If someone wants to make a farming sim and have the combat be difficult, I think you just make it optional. I think you just make it like a side thing that someone can do and they can get like positive things out of it, but that it's not required. The problem for me is when you make a farming sim that, like the Stardew style, where you really do need to like progress through the mines, for instance, right? Which requires some combat, and the combat is clunky and like annoying, and people that don't like combat are like not happy about that. So I think as long as it's like separate, or if it's going to be integrated, if you have to do it, kind of like Harvestella, you could just farm, I guess, but it really is an action RPG with a story that like they're trying to get you to go through. But then just make the combat like so easy that it's like, it's not a big issue. Like if they have moral options, befriend bosses or kill them so you could progress without combat. Yeah, if there was like, okay, here's a dungeon, you can either fight the bosses or you can grow their favorite veg or cook their favorite food and give it to them instead. I think that'd be fine, you know? And then you could make the combat actually like feel good and be difficult. But I think if you're going to force people to go through with something like combat, make it fairly easy. Make it something that someone doesn't have to like grind or put a lot of time or like thought process into. What I appreciate about Harvestella genuinely is that I don't find the combat to be particularly difficult. And part of that, I have to say, that could be totally biased because I played MMOs for a really long time, so I'm very comfortable. Like this is clearly a game made by Square Enix. The boss mechanics in this game do not look super dissimilar to boss mechanics in Final Fantasy XIV, for instance. So it's possible that I have like a, you know, an advantage there, but I find that the way that they've done boss fights here, I think the boss fights are interesting. I think they're pretty fun to go through. Like the mechanics are kind of cool. but it's not challenging where I'm like, oh my god, I gotta like do work to be here or bang my head against a wall or something. So no Dark Souls farming game. I think that would be fine. I think it would just be a question of who is your game for? Because I think that the real problem is I don't know that the Dark Souls audience would necessarily like to farm as well. So it's like, how do you marry these two groups of people in a way that they both like the game? Because if you have Dark Souls with some farming on the side, then it's not really a farming sim, it's just a Dark Souls game. It's a Souls-like, you know, with like occasional farming in the off-season, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but then I don't think it really appeals to the farming sim folks. Oh, 9 veggie juices. Okay, the fermenters level 2 are so good. Okay, this is what we gotta do. Okay. We are leveled up. It's happening. It's happening. Alright. I love both Dark Souls and farming, so then that would appeal to you. I just think a lot of these games companies, because they're trying to make money, they want to like appeal to a pretty broad audience, and I don't know how many people fit in that into that, you know, interim space. But it's not necessarily like a bad thing. Also, why are these... I don't know why these are not together. I guess. That was super weird. I don't know why those would not stack. They like refused to stack. As a Dark Souls guy, they can possibly work, but that either corrupts the Dark Souls part into resource hoarding or neglects the farming aspect. See, that's the tricky thing. But I would love to see, honestly, I don't mind the Harvestella, the Rune Factory concept of farming sim with an RPG that includes fighting. Just make the fighting easy and enjoyable, or difficult and enjoyable and optional. But I think it'd be great to see cool like turn-based combat. You know, I think people are loving like Honkai Star Rail, right? What if you had party members like Honkai Star Rail and Harvestella, but it was turn-based combat and it had like an auto battler function? People would love that in a farming sim. Like, people like Honkai. I think they would like that in a farming sim. I think you could get away with stuff like that. I think it'd be cool to see people push the limits a little bit and like try something interesting like that. And you know what? I would be perfectly happy to see someone try a Dark Souls and farming. It wouldn't maybe be for me, potentially, but that doesn't make it not a viable farming sim. Or, you know, Souls-like with farming sim elements or something. So I would love to see people kind of play around with that more, I think. I think that would be a good thing. Souls is technically easy, but the difficulty comes from a lack of understanding in how the fighting works. Yeah, I think Souls-likes, the key is you have to have the patience to do the fights over and over and over, and then like see what works, you know? But if you've got that, you know, you're killing it. Oh, we got our watermelons. One single watermelon. Like, it looked like there were 4 there, friend. It looked like there were 4 watermelons, not gonna lie. Attacking a dragon with a sword is a very bad idea, IRL. Yeah, turns out. Might not be the best. Might not be the best idea. Okay, what did we get? Water skill, stamina down, level 2, jam maker, level 2. Okay, nice. Destroy skill, stamina down, level 1, and cave biome, level 2. Nice. Okay, we upgraded our cave biome. Sick. I think gamers want weird niche games like this, but the companies making the games want to appeal to a broader audience for maximum marketing. Yes. I agree. I think most people would love to play the really niche game that's in their head, you know? That they really just, like, want to play. But something like a big AAA company is not gonna risk that. So that's why we get a lot of games that feel the same. Because they're kind of just going off of, like, oh, well, this worked before. Which, not the most fun. I wonder what some of these need. I guess, like, Argine cabbage stew needs a cabbage, I assume. Okay, super sweet Chatolan smoothie does need the watermelon. Interesting. Alright, let's go fishing again. Or bears. Or bears instead of dragons. I feel like most of the growth comes from the indie devs. Yeah, I think what happens is an indie dev makes a game that's interesting. It gets popular. People really like it. Maybe it has issues because it's an indie dev and it's a small team or something, so sometimes they're not super robust as games, but they have like an interesting concept. They get really popular. A AAA studio sees that and is like, oh, we should just do that. And that's how you kind of get then games that move forward. But it ends up being a lot of the same in the meantime. Which, you know, not the worst thing in the world, but can definitely be frustrating. Oh. I don't know how many juices. I feel like I want like 3 days worth of juices. I feel like I want a lot of juice to go back to that castle, because they had us fight 3 of those dudes in a row. But maybe tomorrow we do some leveling in the lower levels of the castle. We can do it better. Strikes again. Mm-hmm. Yup. Very true. The classic case. Welcome to the numbers game of RPGs. Yeah, like, it's also a shame too, because sometimes you really like a game, but there's just, because it was made by an indie dev, there's just like not a lot of depth there, which can also be like disappointing in its own way. Like, I liked a lot of things about Potion Permit, but there wasn't like a whole lot there, and it felt, you got to the end and you were kind of like, oh. But also, to be fair to Potion Permit, I think I'm like damaged. Like, my brain, my perception of game length has been irreparably damaged by farming sims, because this is the genre that I like to play. In my mind, a game being less than like 40 hours for just main story, we're not even talking like all the time that you spend just like doing this, like goofing off and fishing. A main story being less than like 40 hours is like too short for me, which is like not good. It's like not a good way to go about things. There's plenty of games that are shorter that have like better stories that are, you know, more well written, but all these very long games have just like damaged my perception of what I feel like is game length writing. Like, I heard Story of Seasons, Doraemon Story of Seasons Friends of the Great Kingdom is apparently quite a bit shorter than the first one. I'm kind of worried about it, because I like the writing in there a lot, but I do feel like it's progressing like very quickly with very little effort. So I'm actually wondering if I need to slow myself down so I don't like get to the end and feel dissatisfied. Does it change based on price? Like, if it was a $1 game that was 10 hours but amazing, the price definitely factors in, I would say. If someone's charging me $60 Or even like if someone's charging me $30 for a game that I could finish in 10 hours, it would then have to be exceptional, right? It would then have to be like something else has to be like really good about it. And that's possible, but it's like the more that you charge for a game, if you're going to charge $60 for a game, I want a certain level of polish, and I want a certain level of gameplay time. Because then you kind of start to think to yourself, you're like, huh, this game was like, you know, $6 an hour. And then you're like, is that worth $6 an hour to me in this economy? You like start doing the math and you're like, you know, what could I get for $6 an hour? And maybe it's worth it. Maybe you love it. Maybe it was the best game you've ever played and it's well worth it. But some games are very expensive per hour, and if you don't get a lot out of that hour, I think that's where the trouble comes in. Yeah, true. Some games are like 1 cent an hour, like PoE for you, for sure. PoE for you is like probably less than a cent. Probably like fractions of a cent per hour. What about replayability? The game story is technically 10 hours, but you can replay it with all sorts of fun things like RE4. I think if the replayability is good and you're encouraged to do it, or let's put it this way. If you get to the end of your 10 hours and you genuinely loved every minute of those 10 hours and you're then excited to play more, that's a success. That's a success. They've done it, you know? I think the problem is when you get to 10 hours and it was like medium, and then, you know, it's like the dev is popping out of the side being like, but wait, you could replay it. There's more. And you're like, yeah, but I didn't love the first 10. I don't know if I want to keep going. But it's all going to be down to preference, you know? Some people value having the shorter games. I'm just an elitist. My games are either good or great. Prices only matter if it's too short. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, true. Vampire Survivors Brotato is a 30-minute game. Yeah, I think games that are very short but encourage you to like get every achievement or play through and like do a bunch of unlocks or whatever. It's based on just enjoyment, truly. If you like a game, it can be super short or super long. And it's just based on like how much fun you are having and if you got out of it what you wanted to get out of it. Even if you didn't expect to get that out of it. Like, Dwarf Romantic, priceless game. Literally priceless. That game is honestly short. Like, runs probably take, like, I don't know. If you're not, like, great at it, if you're not, like, an absolute killer, probably, like, 30, 45 minutes. And then, you know, like, it's so relaxing, though. It's, like, genuinely, like, that alone, like, being relaxed, actually relaxed, anxiety-free for 30 minutes, priceless. So that game could have been, like, $200. I probably wouldn't have paid $200 at the start, but if today you were like, Raz, you can only play Dwarf Romantic if you pay us $200, I'd be like, you know what? I might have to. I might have to. What if I play a game and don't like it, like Wall? So, the question about League is, do you enjoy playing with your friends? Do you like playing with your friends in League? Do you get something positive out of the competitive side of it? If you don't have fun playing with your friends in League, and you don't get any positive bit out of the competitiveness or the progression to it, then I say it's a waste of time. But if there's a kernel of you genuinely enjoying yourself and the time that you have in it, it can have nothing to do with the game. It could be like the game could be absolute trash, but you just really like playing it with your friends, then it's worthwhile. Then it's worthwhile. But I think there's a lot of games that people hurt themselves with. Oh, Great King Tuna. Its portly body is befitting of a great king. It takes solid fishing skill and a bit of luck to catch. So the Shatola fishermen all aim for this fish. Be sure to show it off if you manage to catch one. I can't tell, like, what is a rare fish? What is that supposed to look like? Like, this boy doesn't look rare. He just looks like a normal fish. And thank you for the posture check, Ferret, and the hydrate. I am shrumped a little bit. I just, like, turned on my light because it got really dark in here. It's like, what time is it? It's like noon? I guess it is raining, but it is grim. Thanks, Therapist Raz. We need gamer therapists. I think so. I mean, there's a lot of games that I played for, like, way too long that made me, like, super unhappy. And I probably needed somebody to be like, hey, Raz, this ain't it. This is not doing anything good for you. Kind of like Herbs. I really liked playing Eternal Return. But then it got to a point where I didn't like playing Herbs anymore, and it was just pain, and it just made me sad. And then I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time to let this one go. It's time to let this one go. I'd say gaming is experimenting with what you like, being patient enough to say, I wouldn't like this enough, elements about the game to pay for it. Herbs was fun for me because the crew played. Herbs was, the best bit about Herbs was getting to play with everybody else. I don't think the solo experience was, like, remotely as fun, personally. But the problem to Herbs was, like, it hit that break point where instead of making the game easier, they made it harder. And then it just, like, wasn't fun for anybody else to, like, pick up. Like, it was already difficult for people to pick up and then, like, enjoy it. Because obviously it's a battle royale, so if you really hate dying immediately every time, then it can be kind of a pain. But when they just overcomplicated it even more, it was like, this is not it. There was like no way to get someone in and have them have fun. And then it was like, well, that's it. That's the death now. All the Tears of the Kingdom streamers got me to buy not long after it came out, and YouTube is trying their hardest to spoil things for me. You gotta keep it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough with story games, I think. I've been really purposeful with Harvestella. Now, I'm not someone who actually cares about spoilers, generally. But for games that I'm streaming, I prefer to... I just prefer to play games blind when we stream it, because otherwise, I just feel like if a plot twist happens and you're watching me play the game and someone dies, and it's not like, listen, plot twists happen and their foreshadowing is there, or the writing is kind of clunky, so I, like, suspect it, you know? So I'm like, oh, what if this person died? And then I'm, like, not really shocked when it happens. But let's say you have, like, an actual plot twist moment where, you know, someone is super evil that you didn't think was evil. If I already know that, I feel like it's just not as good of an experience when something really shocking is happening in game, and because I knew about it because I got spoiled, I'm not able to just, like, play into it and give a really, like, oh my god, how dare, because, you know, that's hard to fake. So I try really hard to avoid spoilers for games that I am streaming. Not because I care about spoilers on a personal level, but because I think it, like, gives a better experience to everybody if we can kind of, like, experience the story blind together. So there's that. But Harvestella, I had to be pretty purposeful to be like, I'm not gonna watch, because I had friends that were like thinking of playing it, or it was like up their alley, and I had to like not go to their streams and interact. I had to be like, sorry, I'm coming to this game later, so I can't be in here. As someone who has a story spoiled for me, I'm absolutely livid when it happens. Man leaked a key detail that was not relevant at the moment and ruined emotional moments in the story. Yeah, see, that's tough, you know? Especially if the writing is good, you know? And yeah, it's just like, you lose out on kind of this, you know, all these people worked really hard to write this story and create all this tension and all this build up. And when someone kind of just spoils that for you, you don't have the same experience. Sometimes I don't mind spoilers on a personal level, but I don't like them for streamed games. So I do try, I mean, I think people are pretty good about it. Sometimes kids especially come into streams and they're like, oh, I've been thinking about playing Harvestella. How is it? And I'm like, you are going to get, this is a story game, friends. Do not click on a stream. You are going to get spoiled. If you want to ask me about Harvestella, come to a non-Harvestella stream when you know that I'm streaming Harvestella, like, in the same month or week, and then say, hey Raz, by the way, I saw you were playing Harvestella. Do you like it? And then I can tell you about it. But if you don't want the story spoiled, don't go to streams, because you'll come in and you'll see things you don't want to see. You'll see things that you don't want. And it's gonna make you big sad. Let me look at our seeds too. I don't think, do we have anything? We need to make sure that there's nothing in summer only. There was garlic, but we're like out of time for garlic. I got a lot of paprika seeds, so I think we're okay there. Let me look at the cooking too, since we did catch that one fish. Is it bad that I'm not big on story for most games? No. I don't think that's a bad thing. That's all up to personal preference, and I have said this before. Personally, in a lot of games, I don't think that game writing, a lot of the time, it's not at the same level as actual writing or even potentially movie writing is at. I think there are good stories in games that maybe would have been better as a book or as a movie in some cases. So I don't think game writing in a lot of ways is like up to the same level. So if you're like really into literature, if you really like movies or something, I can totally even see being disappointed with the writing in games often. So it's often very ham-fisted. They don't do a great job with some things. So I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, it's all up to personal preference. You don't have to love stories in games. You don't have to love stories in general. Like, stories are always gonna be pretty, like, your experience with them is gonna change how you interact with them, you know? It's not a big deal, but when story is a major element in my games, spoilers bad. Yeah. If a game is really story-driven, try and stay away from the spoilers. Sedge, hello! Thank you so much for the sub for 5 months. Thank you. How you doing? Happy Saturday. How you been? We were just talking about herbs in here. Mighty T and I were just talking about herbs. How you been, dude? Let's see. Do we think... Okay, we're gonna have, like... We need to make more juice tomorrow. And then I think I'm gonna go grind in the lower levels of the castle to try and, like, level up. I think that's my plan. Most of the time, the game story feels like it's bad guy does bad thing. You have to stop them, and rarely goes beyond that. Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of nuance in some games, you know? I've been well. Sorry I've been MIA for a while. You don't have to apologize, dude. How you been? Hope things have been good by you. To be fair, I've been MIA in the Discord, too. But yeah, we were just talking about herbs. It's funny. The timing's funny. Seeing as we like met via herbs. Look at all these cool emotes. I know, we've expanded our emote set. We still have more to get. I've been trying to just acquire them slowly. Partially because, you know, money. It costs money since I have no artistic ability. But also, I don't know, it's been nice to let people like weigh in on what kind of emotes they want, so I've been trying to do that. I overanalyze everything, so sometimes you are a bad guy doing bad things. True, Patrick. Some games subvert that. I actually just tried to duo and didn't find a game. Played a couple solo and it was semi-active. Dang, you couldn't even find a duos map? Well, let's see, what time is it? It is noon. I wonder, maybe you were on NA server, right? Maybe people aren't, maybe West Coast people aren't up and more of them are West Coast? Like maybe duo is like an evening thing? That's a shame though. We were just saying that the best part about herbs was being able to play like duo and squad. I loved that. It was such a fun game, but then they overcomplicated it, so it made it really hard for people to like get into, which was always the rough bit. It was NA like a Saturday at 5 p.m. Oh, tried to queue with my brother. Saturday at 5 p.m. is like, I would expect that to go off. I won't lie. I would expect that one to work, so maybe it was just a weird night, but I feel like a lot of the people that used to play herbs, I like don't see them playing it, even the streamers, so I don't know. Maybe it's just a new set. That's always possible. People maybe moved on, but now they're doing other things. If they did some more marketing and made barrier of entry easier, that game would pop off. 100%. If they made that game easier, people would play it. I'm telling you. They would play it because it was fun. It felt good. The world was cool. The character design was pretty sick. It was just that it was hard. It was really hard for new people to get into. You had to be born into an herbs family. And if you weren't from an herbs family, you were toast. You were toast. Okay, so this is our last day of doing the juice grind. I think I'm gonna go to the castle. We're gonna do some combat grinding, see if we can level up. They have recipes that are harder than some chef recipes. Even I'm confused. Yes. And if you build the wrong thing, because remember, like, you're like running around, you're like trying to talk to your partner, you're doing other stuff, and then you accidentally build the wrong thing and brick your whole build. And then you're just like, well, I guess I can't make anything here. Guess my life is just ruined. Like, oh, okay, cool, nice. It's tough because you can get slapped early. Yep, in the Battle Royale, and for new people it feels bad, I think. Yeah, I think being a Battle Royale is already, like, pretty punishing, but then having it, you know, you could just die super... Or you could get, like, really in a bad spot. I wonder if it would have been helpful if they just made even, like, time to kill early. Like, all the way up through, like maybe you would have to have, like, full items before you could kill someone and no one had, like, super short routes. Maybe that would help. Or if everyone had short routes and then you could just fight and then it would feel more like, eh. Because there was always Lukes in, like, Zone 3 murdering my duos partners. Like, you know, I'd be playing with Illy, she'd be playing Hedgen, and, like, some Luke would just... She'd be, like, making her way. Some Luke would zoom in, slap her to death, and I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna come get you, but dang. And it's, like, not her fault, you know? Her build's nowhere close to done at that point. Streamers would, mid-fight, realize people were new and wouldn't kill them. Yeah, I feel like the streamers would be like, okay, I can tell this person is fresh. This person does not know the strats. They're pretty good about that. Alright, let's go to this castle. Let's go to the lower levels, because it's rainy today. Might as well. I didn't bring any food with me, though, so... Maybe not the best strat. Okay. I don't remember. Is there a way to unlock this actually now that I'm here? Oh, there is not. I think. Unless there's a way this way. Which is always possible. I can appreciate that Asiel, my tank, always says, "Hey everyone, are you guys good?" Like, oh, thanks Asiel, I appreciate you, bro. New people always want to play the cool but fragile characters like Hedge and 2. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like a bad way to learn. You needed like the not as cool, clunky, slow boys that wouldn't die. That was really the true strat. If you ever find yourself playing Tetris 99 or any version of Tetris, I will show up, by the way. I don't think I have the brain for Tetris. I was just watching the Puyo Puyo Tetris, whatever it's called. Oh god, I murdered those people. That was insane. Puyo Puyo Tetris, like, Hololive tournament, and oh my god. I was like, you know what? This would not work out. Raz should try Tetris Effect. Good vibes. Did, is there music? Can you stream that? I guess you must be able to, right? Like, they don't copyright you? Because that's always the trouble with a lot of the games. With music in them. They yell at you. How do I get to that one? All these secret rooms. How am I supposed to get in there? I don't know. But Tetris 2, Tetris Effect is pretty chill. That is true. There we go. I like the AoE on these bullets. I gotta say, all the bullets like have they like penetrate through people. I forget what that mechanic is usually called, but it's good. And it's like, it's definitely wider, like, than a bullet should be. Like, I don't know. I guess I am using a long gun, but still. Any Tetris, I will show up. It's what I do. Okay, okay. Well, maybe we can put it on the wildcard game night list for maybe next month, or might be better in July actually, because I think we have like, I don't know what we're gonna do for wildcard night, but that could be interesting. Again, I'm bad at it, so probably won't look great, but I don't know, maybe it's the thought that counts. You win every game you have fun in. That is true. That is true. We were just talking about the enjoyment of games and how it doesn't really matter how much a game is if you had fun playing it. Even if other people think it's bad. If you enjoyed it, then that's a winner. Then you got a good game. So Mighty T was like, what about League? And I was like, I don't know, man. If you have fun playing League, then if you enjoy your time in League, then it's a good game. If you hate your time in League, then maybe it's not a good game. Alright, got that one. Seal, are you okay? You're just standing there, sir. Winning is optional for me. I like making big brain movements in it. Yeah, I feel like people like just doing like the T-spins and like clearing the board and vibing. I think with League, people enjoy not losing. See, that's the thing. If the enjoyment is I'm having fun, but only when I'm winning, you don't always win. no. Then it gets a little complicated. Could I wait? Was there another spot to this room? Oh, it's one of these. I forgot. Also, I think there's valuable stuff in here, right? I think I needed to probably do some mining and things while we're here. I don't hate losing. I hate unfair winning. Sometimes that's hard to gauge in competitive games, because, like, is it really unfair if someone's just better than you, you know? But if a game is, like, if it's pay to win, then that's pretty rough. I like not having fun. I know you do. I know you do. Errol actively enjoys games that make him sad. Let's see. Oop. Oop. The thing is, I just don't have any healing potions, so if I actually get hit by stuff, I'm kind of in trouble. Kind of not gonna go great for me. I don't really want to pay Cress another 1,000 gold for her medical fees, because I don't have insurance in this world. Actually, I don't think anyone has insurance in this world. I'm trying to look for Honolulu dolls. I feel like there's a bunch in here. Because I've found them in really weird places, and I was pretty harried the first, like, time I was coming through these rooms, so I wasn't really on the hunt. Because there's been a couple times that they've been behind pillars. I play low entry level, high skill ceiling for the best experience of multiplayer games. I think that's a good way to go. Oh yeah, this room. I think I already checked this one for a Honolulu doll, but so I'm just gonna quick check in all these little bays. Because they're kind of, you know, they do sparkle, but they're a little hard to spot. Was it this? Okay, this way. I don't think there was any... some of these other rooms either. Like, I don't think there was... I checked the throne room. What does this one have? Oh, that dude in it. Those dudes have poison. I don't want to fight those. He's also a big bad, but I super don't want to fight someone with poison when I have no health. Alright, got these. Let's see, it's like 440. Oh yeah, I need to figure out, I don't know when we get, like, repair level 2. I don't know when we get the bomb level 2 and repair level 2. And I don't know if we automatically get them, or if there's gonna be, like, a unlock. Also, we should leave because I'm actually out of... I still got locked in that room. I didn't even know that could happen. I'm, like, out of stam. So... let's see. There is a... yes. There's a teleport point nearby. We'll go home. Okay. So, let's see. What did we get? Anything good? I think a bunch of... upgrade bits. You know what? Actually, I should check. Should check if we have any upgrades at the shop. Because that would be nice. That would be good. I don't know that we did. I think we're like at level... I think we're at level 5. I'm also wondering... I wonder if there might be in the guidebook that I never read in this game. There might be, poison might be specifically weak against something and I could use that. Because I have not been metagaming. Okay, yeah, now our pro shades, we don't even have the material that we need to level that one up. I could probably level up Shrika's weapon. And Braka's. I don't know where we get silver ore. I probably need to go out on a silver ore journey. Because I feel like that's in one of the lower level dungeons, which is probably why I've run out of it. Because I just never come in contact with it, but I'd figure out which one has that. Let's go home. And then, oh yeah, level up our job. Increase brake gauge fill rate. Yeah, we'll do that. Sounds great. Let me see. Encyclopedia. Enemies. Weaknesses and brake attributes. Is it saying its weaknesses are on the left, maybe? Because we could do... Right now we're playing with... Who's in our party? Dianthus and a seal. If those things in particular really hate Wave and Sage, then let's see. Skylancer, Lunamancer. I think who does the most? I would assume Emo. We might do better with Emo. I don't want to get rid of a seal because I like having a melee person in the front line. But maybe this is better. And I don't think, have I even attempted to use the Pilgrim? I don't think I have. Using Dogma. Let's see. Or maybe I need to be the Woogland. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. I don't really want to, but maybe that's the way. Because I don't think my mage is like electro and ice, I think. I've been doing a bit. I just like the gun class. I just think it's very silly. But maybe, okay, maybe actually, if I go back to my party, instead of... Let's do a seal and Shrika, and then maybe I need to do, instead of mage, do this, because Pilgrim uses Dogma. Okay, maybe we'll try Woogland. We'll see how that works. Let's try it. Let's slap. And then I'm gonna bring like all of my juices and all of my milk, I think. Because milk is like pretty low. I might bring my beer too, actually. Maybe every juice I've ever made will come with me. Let's do... Surely, like, this is enough. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Every juice is here. We did, you know, we did get a lot of juices in our... Now that we got the upgraded fermenter, though, it really bothers me that these don't stack. But maybe they only stack up to 9? Is that true? Because that would be annoying. That would be not great. I feel like 28 juices is enough. It should be. If it's not, then I don't know. We're in trouble. Oh, it only does stack up to 9. Okay. Now I have to make more. Though these upgraded, I like these fermenters. This is a point. This is another point in HARVESTELLA's favor. These fermenters upgrading, instead of doing 1 at a time, doing 9 at a time. Pretty nice. I can appreciate that. Also, how much food does he have? I thought he had like a month's worth. Oh, he has like half a month. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, let's sell both of these. Okay, I'm gonna just take the 28 juices. I'm not gonna take my milks. We're gonna just move on. Let me just check our cave biome quick. These peppers may die. You know what? I actually have no idea if cave crops die in the quietus. Because technically they're in a cave. Like, how would the particulates from quietus get to them? But maybe they do. Alright, let's go to the castle. Do. And then we're gonna go to... Well, actually, let me make sure... Actually, I can right-click, change to Woogland. Let's go to Solstitial Steps. Staying inside protects you, but not caves. That's what I mean. Like, doesn't that sound crazy? Doesn't that sound weird? Okay, what do I do? What does C do? I have no idea. I don't remember what any of this Woogland stuff does, so... Oh. Let's see. I have to remember not to use my food unless I need stamina. That's gonna be the real key. Okay, so we gotta kill... Speaking of food, I hunger. Yes, get some food. Get some lunch. Or breakfast. Or dinner, I guess. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's do this. I don't know how much this dude is gonna do to me. I guess we'll drink our first. You have to be like not in the middle of an animation. I don't know if this is worth. I'm not sure. Chug more juice. Alright, grab that. Simple waterproof ring. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even have... You know what? I probably should have bought some materials too. Truth be told. Okay. This is- I'm burning so many juices. Alright. This is slightly easier, but also harder at the same time. Alright, we did that one. Give me some more juice. We have, how many juices do we have left? 18. We have some. Okay, this is done. That's kind of rough. I don't know if I wish I had used that or not. Alright. I need that man to not... A seal as my tank is constantly spinning the boss to hit me in the face. Which I'm not a huge fan of. Not my favorite thing. Okay. It's our last food item. Also, let me look for Conolu dolls quick, I guess. Alright, let's go for this dude. If that's not the last one, then I don't know what to say. Then I'm doomed. If that ain't it. Also, Q, thank you for the posture check. Do I have to? Okay, wait. Okay, so there is another... How do I get to this room, though? Okay. There is one more dude. I don't know if we have to fight all these dudes at once. Let's see. I don't know the timing on the whirlwind super well. So, oh my god, this one is aggressive. Yeah, this one is thick. He hits like so hard. I'm just like chugging all of my juices. I was like, surely I won't need all of these juices that I've taken like 3 days to make. Turns out. No. Unlocked one security system. All security systems have been unlocked. It's like, great. Are you ready to go to the boss now? Like, nope. Nope, I am not. Okay, where do I need to go? I need to go down through this door. I have like no health. And then we need to, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna swap my other class. There we go. My Avenger class, my Sonic the Hedgehog, my Shadow the Hedgehog class, for sure. Sasuke, you can just call me Sasuke. It's the same. Braca is basically Sasuke. Basically the same. Okay, there's a big group of these guys. I don't have any other drinks, so... The one good thing is that this class is pretty strong, so we were able to make it just barely. Let me see. Is there any Konolu dolls in this room? I feel like rooms with many pillars. I'm like, surely there has to be one hiding. but I guess not. Okay. We are gonna definitely die. I don't want to spend 1,000 gold. So, what we're gonna do, it's 650. We were already cooking some juice. So what we're gonna do, now that we security unlocked, we'll go back home, and then we'll make a bunch more food if we can. Because we've got time. It's not too late. I feel like picnic sandwiches, they're like not bad. We definitely want some of the beefier stuff though. What do I have like in abundance? Sea bream and octopus carpaccio I could make a decent number of without too much trouble. Not a lot of the other stuff, I guess. Make a couple of these. And then, let's see. You know what? I should also make... I think I have the upgraded flour mill, which I have not made yet. Let's make one of those, because clearly they're better than the normal flour mill. So if I go out here, I think I have to put on my... I think I have to use my hammer. I think that's how you pick up machines. Okay. And then... flour mill 2. Put that here. Install that. This needs... Let me grab a bunch of stellar wheat. How many... Let's see. Let's see how many it needs. I'm not actually sure. Oh, it needs 10. Okay. Storage box. One more. Okay. We'll see how many it turns out. If it turns out 10, then it's like actually killer. Which is always possible. Because I kind of have a hunch that the upgraded machines prevent loss of raw materials. Okay. I'm not sure if that's the case, but I kind of have a hunch. Also, jam maker level 2, dessert maker, sprinkler level 2 might be nice. I wonder how large of an area that can get. Arch, green fence, thunder orb, ice orb. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need one of these for my... I wonder if I need one of these for my weapon. Maybe that is the material that I need to upgrade my weapon that I didn't know about. So I'll put those away. Okay. Those are all good. We're going to sleep. All that fighting, we like barely leveled up. Barely did much. One day until quietus. Soon. About to finish out summer. Alright, we got our lemons and our hops. 9 vegetable juices. 4 flour. Okay. Not too bad. Instead of 3 per, that means it must be 2 per, which is definitely better than the other way. Was definitely aggressive. I don't think I have enough wheat though to do more, so we'll have to hold off on that, though I can grab 1 to make feed with for our puff owls. Speaking of, we're gonna go give them some pets. Oh, they've thrown their feathers outside of the enclosure. Cute. What's their heart levels? Oh, they're like max. Dashimaki and Av Golomono. A classic name to give your livestock. And Balileo is also max hearts, I think. Probably why they're giving us, like, the better eggs and milk, like, pretty much every time. Okay. There's all that. These are all set. Gonna take one quick look at the cave, because this is the last day that the peppers... Oh, thank goodness. They barely made it. I feel like they're going to die, but we'll see. We'll see if they get got during quietus. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll make it. Quick go grab our fruits from our tree. Let's see. Go back to the farm. Drop these off in our bin. And then, let me see. I don't think I had any job level ups. Also, guest party. Fancy bind guard ring. Seems pretty medium. Fine magic ring. Magic attack up. Sage proof ring. Physical attack. I don't know what my attack is. As an avenger. I would assume it's physical. Piercing damage, reload. Normal attack damage, let's see. Let's see, switch between flame and freeze rounds. Critical hit rate. Piercing damage. I assume that's physical. Let's do a fancy hero ring instead of simple magic swordsman ring. Magical attack, physical attack, those are down by a little bit. Let's do a fancy defense ring. Fancy defense or fancy exorcism. I feel like these boys are gonna be hitting me physically. I don't think this man is a sage. I don't think he has magic, but maybe he does. I don't know. Geist, is that his name? All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. Back to the castle. We want to go solstitial steps. Up through here. Let's see, we gotta kill the support omen first. I forgot that they have supports. They seem to just do buffing though. I don't really think that they heal them. I forgot that it's the ones with the funny hats. Do that. So I'm gonna kill the support type first. Kill that one first. Asil, can we kill this man? Asil, turning this boy around. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Asil. Let's not hit Shrika and I at the same time. Kind of brutal. Oh, okay. Got Beatrite, Pyro Liquid, Philosophy Core. There's all sorts of good stuff in here. That is a repair level 2 door, which we can't do. Alright. Okay, let's activate. Activated the Genesis Core Modus Monolite. I think this is where we get into Bossville, which we might struggle with. I feel something unusual up ahead. Do you still want to continue? Yes. Let's see the fight. Geist. Well, if it isn't Dianthus. What is this about? I don't believe you have any reason to be here. We won't let you destroy the Sea's Light. Do you even understand what those colossal crystals are? It's just like you said, right? By destroying the Sea's Light, you will wipe out all life on this planet. We won't let you do it. Please, don't hurt my friends anymore. You are not worthy of your lives. Not that it matters. You are already too late. What? Uh-oh. Well. Re-Gaia. Apoptosis code engaged. It is predicted that destruction of the Sea's Light will cause a calamitous natural disaster. Immediate evacuation of all Seth to the orbital cradle is advised. I repeat. What have you done? Do you truly wish to force the cellular death of this star? You did well. The strict security made getting here a lot more work than I expected. You really meant what you said about destroying the Sea's Light. Is that even possible? You doubt me? Surely, this castle has helped you realize the truth you knew was a lie. It may have, but still. Geist, what do you expect to gain? Override this code immediately. You think I'll listen to your griping now? Don't bore me, Dianthus. I have no time to deal with you or your friends. I must go to welcome the true world with my own eyes. There must be something in here that will stop the apoptosis order. It's impossible. Geist has locked authority to himself. We can't stop this world from dying unless we destroy him first. Then let's catch up to him. Alright, ship battle. I always knew when I saw this flat plane of this ship that I was like, we're gonna battle here. Well, you followed me all the way here. Worry not. The view from here of this false world's demise will be exquisite. Then we can observe the birth of the true world. Geist, What is this true world you speak of? What will it solve? What? That information isn't stored in your collective consciousness. Why not try thinking for yourself, Dianthus? Not that I believe you would understand my true intentions regardless. I had some hope for that scientist girl, but perhaps I misaligned my expectations. Why are you so surprised? Still, it must be said. You came this far without being swallowed up by that false world. I recognize your determination. But if you intend to get in the way of my plan, then I will put an end to your struggle here. The sea's light are about to shatter. Behold, the true star. Uh-oh. He's doing it. He's doing it. The sea's light! It's just like what happened before. No. This is only the beginning. You mean something far worse is going to happen? No point questioning it now. Let's just fling this asshole off our planet and put a stop to it. I couldn't have said it better myself. We have to stop Geist. Raz! It's time to end this. The battle music's so good. Oh my god. Okay, so he has that. Oh, sir. Oh god, oh god. Oh, that was rough. I shouldn't run this into Shrika, but I did. Got caught in my animation. Run. Sorry, Shrika. Sorry, Shrika. I'm being the bad teammate now. Uh-oh. That was close, that was close. Come on, Shrika. Get him, girl. Okay, I hit him there. I think that might only be phase 1? Ah, so it wasn't all hollow threats. And you had made me feel so confident my plan would succeed. What's that supposed to mean? Raz, why did you come all this way? You're a shut-in. Excuse me. How do you know that, sir? Excuse me. You're a shut-in, just trying to make ends meet. You could have chosen a peaceful life. Living out your simple days until your senses eventually fail you, and you slowly tumble towards death. Humans are creatures of habit, after all. And yet, here we are. You came this far, all to resolve the issue with the sea's light and quietus. Why do you fight so hard? For the people we hold dear. Nonetheless, it was not a short road to get to this point. You have been shaken free of that fragile illusion of peace the sea's light has given you until now. Unless the planet is filled with humans like you, there will be no saving it. Geist, enough. Ah, Dianthus. The reason I wanted to destroy the sea's light was all for them. To gift the humans of this star a proper death, and progress its stagnating civilization. What civilization would be left to progress once you destroy all life on this planet? With the sea's light destroyed, life on this star would end. That is true. But not all life. The superior would survive and overcome adversity. Ah. He's a libertarian, I see. He's like, this world would be based on merit alone. Surely you can see that that is the only way. Creating a new civilization, the superior race of humanity would achieve the progress it deserves. Without calling forth true destruction and your proper death, there can be no future. There is a limit to your cruelty, Geist. Plunging the star into such danger will resolve nothing. Quiet, Dianthus. Was it not us who led this star down this road to oblivion? By scattering the monolith and all its trivial conveniences, we stole the humans' ability to reason, as well as a means of resolving that dead-end road we put them on. And for this fight, I will fight to save my world and atone for our sins. Atone? If you have good reason to stop me, then I will fight you to the end. But forcing this star into crisis is the only option we have left. I will make this star shine brightest among them all, and, for the sake of that future, I will destroy you. You want a reason? A reason to fight. We fight because... we can't let a single person die. Why can't you understand? Is this the consequence of stealing your ability to reason? You must understand, surely. Girl who calls herself a scientist. You underestimate me. No matter how much danger this star is in, or what despairing circumstances, we cannot sacrifice the lives of so many. If you truly believe that is a noble or proper death, then science, no, the human heart has failed. That is what it means to be a scientist, to keep fighting for a better future. Geist, your path and ours do not meet. Very well. What's happening? He just flew away? Oh. Sea's light, the great effulgence of death, lend me your strength. See, I knew it was only phase 1. He's gonna destroy all the sea's lights. The sea's light. I like the music though. Like a sham playing. I like it. Raz. I will gift humanity with a death of my own design. If you refuse, then prove to me your determination alone is enough to end my plan. Ooh, okay. Hold on. What's wrong? Show me the brilliance of your will. My friends are getting absolutely crushed here. Oh. Oh, he has that ability? What? Excuse me? Oh, does he have all of the abilities? You're only making it harder to resolve the crisis that this planet faces. Where is he? Oh, he's just flying. Okay. Okay, guys. I missed that one. Succumb to my plan. There is no way other than proper death. This man is, I don't know, he's really obsessed with this concept. Oh god, okay. I went through that one. Uh-oh. Come on guys, we gotta kill these. Come on guys, come on guys. Last one, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I don't know if there's a way for me to avoid that. Okay, he's just gonna do his thing. Oof, okay. Do. Come on, guys. Oh god, okay, this is gonna be annoying. Oh, I got hit by that. That was bad. That was bad. Okay, I need to not. I need to not get so hype about damage. Sometimes you just gotta dodge. Because the poison is pretty rough. Okay. Do this again. Kill all the wormholes. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Over here. I can't control them, so they kind of just go where I tell them to go. Okay, there's that one. Hit this one, please. Come on, guys. There we go. Last one. It's like directing a raid. You're like, come on, hit the ads. Please hit the ads. Hit the orbs, please. Alright. Is this it? Is this the final phase? Is he done? Are you cooked, sir? I don't have enough juice to keep cooking. No. This can't be. Geist, it is over. Your shell is no longer capable of controlling the Genesis core. Nivalis, can you hear me? The situation has been resolved. Override the star's apoptosis. Are the sea's lights calming down? It looks like it. Is it over? I think so. This is humanity's answer. Raz, I never believed I would witness anyone capable of destroying what I had planned. Such abilities must still hide within the humans on this star. With such willpower, perhaps this star can avoid its fate. Perhaps you have come to the same conclusion, but now you must fight on your own. He's like, this was a test. You passed the test. Okay, sir. Okay, Geist. I will give you this. You receive Geist's memory chip. Go to the coordinates hidden in this chip. That girl will know how to use it. Where do the coordinates lead? To Lost Gaia, the beginning of everything. To Lost Gaia? Correct. You wanted to know the source of quietus. It lies there. What does that mean? Raz, see for yourself. And keep pushing on. You fought and denied my efforts in order to save this world. Now show me you can. My meme has infected you. What kind of meme, sir? And he's dead, I guess. That's it. Chapter 4. Battle to save the world. Complete. So, crisis averted? It's okay to think that, right? I don't see why not, although I feel like there's a new problem on our plate. For now, please excuse me. I'd like to go and check all is okay at the capital. Yes, good point. As interested as I am in that chip, it can wait for another day. I'd like to make sure everyone in Shatola is okay too. In that case, let's all go our separate ways from here, and I'll take a deeper look into this chip. Does that sound okay with you, Dianthus? Of course. It is yours to analyze. Ready to go, Raz? Closest with not Arya. Heart level 5. Raz! Arya! Glad to see you both made it back safe and sound. What's all the fuss about? What's all the fuss about? She literally got abducted by an airship and she's like, what's wrong? What's the matter? Like, Arya, they literally came into the house and took you and put you on an airship and flew you away to the castle. And everyone here saw it. Boss, we all saw the sea's light glowing like crazy again, and I bet you two had something to do with it, didn't you? Honestly, you're going to drive me into an early grave worrying about you. Was Lethe okay? It certainly caused a stir, but fortunately, nothing major happened. That was quite the phenomenon, but I'm not going to ask for the details. I know there's a lot we're better off not knowing. Nonetheless, I can feel in my bones that you two went to great trouble saving us from something terrible. On behalf of everyone in the village, allow me to express our deepest gratitude. Thank you. He's like, I don't want to know. It's like, okay, sir, aren't you like the governing body of that town? Interesting take. And we just nod and we're like, alright, sick, let's go back to our farm. Cool. I don't know about you, but I'm beat. I could do with a good night's sleep after all of that. What'll you do with the memory chip? Quietus starts tomorrow, so I'll take a look at it when it's over. I have some idea of what I need to do with it. Alright. Nice. We did it. We beat Geist. Geist is finished. Let's see, what kind of attack was that? Solving the world crisis of laser. Brilliant. Don't need to worry about dodging if you just kill the enemy fast enough. See, that was my initial thing, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not killing him fast enough. Seasons are now extinct. Seasons no longer have a story. Tragic. Tragic. Don't tell Marvelous. Talk about washing your hands of the issue. I know, he was like, don't tell me. I don't want to know what you guys were up to. I'd rather not know. Which, I mean, I kind of get, but still. Sir, please. Sir, please. Alright, let's go to Shatola. It's the last day of summer, so let's go fishing there for the because we finished this at like 11 a.m. We were fast. We were quick. Still don't think I don't know if we're gonna catch this rare fish, because I don't think it was the king salmon. I guess I could, or the tuna. I guess I could take it to the dude at the top of my farm, the fish man, the Sahagin, fish faith. Yeah, we gotta believe, I guess, or we'll definitely never catch it. That is true. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know if technically the rare fish could not be only in summer. It's just that the Lethe one, the Sahagin, like gave us, this fishman, gave us a hint that there was a rare fish in Lethe in the fall. And Lethe is connected to the autumn seas light, so I was like, maybe they are all seasonal. Though I'm a little sad that Lethe is not in eternal fall. Like, I kind of expected it to be like, it's fall colors all the time here. But I guess maybe it's a little far away from the sea's light for that to happen. But I don't think it's that much farther than the other ones. Argene is maybe... Argene and maybe... I don't know. Nemia is... Nemia, the Heaven's Egg, is like next door. The spring sea's light, so I don't know. But Nemia is eternally in spring, so... confusing. I don't know if it's possible. It would be cool. One of my favorite parts about the Animal Crossing fishing game is that it has like the big bite animation, but you can catch the fish on the smaller bite animations. It's just the timing is really, really tough to do. And I wish more, I don't know if this one does it, but It would always be nice if more games with fishing mechanics that use a similar, like, here's a really obvious bite animation. If they have smaller bite animations, let someone catch the fish on the smaller bite. Because that would be handy. Alright. Frame perfect fishing or big fish brawling. Yes, exactly. Frame perfect. To get the fish. My stamina bar also keeps just like auto-filling, which is kind of confusing. I don't know if that's a graphical bug or what. But I'll like catch a fish, it'll decrease, and then it goes right back up. I guess it's just regenning really fast. I don't know if that's like a buff after the boss fight, though we don't have any buffs on our bars, so. But maybe it's our fullness meter causes that too. We did eat a bunch of food. The one thing that fishing games, they encourage resource hoarding. It's like, gotta keep several of every vegetable, foraged item, and fish you ever get in case you need it for something. It's like we're always keeping it for a rainy day, every day. Which is not the worst thing. It's nice when the games give us a lot of storage space. Like, I think we have a decent amount of storage space at our house, so not so bad. But some games, they give you, like, no storage space, and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? I need to keep one of everything. Don't you know that? Like, Pioneers of Olive Town was really bad with that. There was not enough space in those boxes. Not enough. Fish specific bait and sometimes weirdly specific bait. Yeah, some games go deep with the fishing bait situation. Doraemon Story of Seasons only has 2 types of bait, which I think is kind of nice. There's like a normal bait and then there's like a rare bait, basically. If you want the really wild fish, you have to shell out for the good bait. But that keeps it simple. And then you can just catch whatever. You just have to be at like the right time or the right season or whatever, in the right place. Because that's, I don't know. I don't like when it's too, like when you have so many other things. Great King Tuna. Okay, this is the one we caught before. I think we should bring that to the, I don't think that's Sahagin. He's gonna be like, I've seen this before. This is not a rare fish. But we'll see. We'll bring him one. See what he says. I don't know if he's up all hours of the day. So I might have to go soonish. I assume he's up late, but you never know with that man, I guess. You never know. Alright, let's head back. The lamps are coming on, the sun is setting. Oh, you know, I should have gone to the mystery shop, actually, but... Alright, let's go up to... Where is he? He's at... Suspicious Lake, I think. Hello, sir. Wub, you good? Okay, here's all the rare ones. Okay, so there's Twilight Cherry Salmon, Rainbow Harp, Giant Salamander, Jejun Trout, Monotaimen, Siren Servant. Oh, it's like an oarfish, I think is the rare one from there. Cardinal Goldfish, Ice Fairy, and Aurelian. Okay, we'll have to figure out where those are. I think one is on our farm, but I'm not sure about the others. Alright, let's sell the Memoriams, Beast Claw, okay. And then we'll sleep. And then we'll probably end. I think there's probably gonna be a cutscene though. Midnight. Classic time. So, here you were, Dianthus. Were you able to confirm the information on the girl that Geist captured? Yes. I synchronized with the Gestalt sphere. It did not recognize her as a girl of reason. Then that leaves the question. What is to be found at that lost to Gaia coordinates that Geist left behind? If it leads the girl to the truth, then we might be able to proceed with the future we envisioned. Agreed. We found more, although this is still under investigation. Geist's Virgilius sector showed traces of independent research that he had engaged in. Perhaps opening that door will provide us with more information. Geist was doing research in secret. Apparently so. I will continue running cryptanalysis on the door's lock and let you know once I find anything. Very good. Alright, Quietus, day 1. Quietus time. Okay, let's see. Don't think we had anything going on. All of our animals should be inside. I do love how Quietus looks. It is deadly, and the cause of a great many problems on this planet, but it is pretty. I gotta say. Does look nice. Sus conversation always happens at midnight. Apparently true. Arya is always up at midnight though. That's kind of her MO. She's always just like tinkering around at midnight. She's woken us up more than a fair few times. What about 3 p.m.? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it always has to be midnight. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's actually check the cave plants. We'll do water side first. Tree looking fine. Oh, yep. They're dead. They got caught. They are not immune to the quietus in the cave. Alright. So, I think I'm going to save. Quietus first, Saturday, year 1, okay. And then I'm gonna go back to the title screen because it's a little past 1:30. It's when I wanted to end today because we started a little late and I wanted to get through all of the, you know, the plot points, fighting Geist and stuff. Let me do some quick swapping, but thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I think we had a nice time. We got a good amount done. I mean, the grinding was a little rough, but we made it. We made it in the end. That's all that matters. So let me do some swapping of things around. So this is our final stream for this week. We're not gonna have our normal stream tomorrow. Unfortunately, I had an event that I kind of have to be on call for, so I didn't want to disrupt stream in case I do get called. I'm like the 5th person in line, but I just wanted to be safe. And then it worked out because I had a friend who wanted to do some stuff anyway, online together. She wanted to play some games, so I was like, okay, this is much better because she's my buddy. She won't mind if I have to cut out in the middle of it. But otherwise, I will put the schedule up tomorrow. It'll be in the Discord, it'll be on Twitter, all that good stuff. Here's all the socials, in case you guys are looking for them. VODs and stuff will all end up on YouTube as well, so in case you missed any of the story stuff, it'll be there. Let me take a quick look, see if anyone is around doing anything cozy or kind of similar. I'm not really seeing anyone. I don't know if anyone is playing Harvestella. I don't normally like to raid in blind, but it worked out fine in mail time. We got lucky, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll just let everybody go because I don't really know what points in the stories these other Harvestella people are, and I also don't want to get spoiled, so maybe we won't jump ahead. But anywho, thank you guys for coming out. Thanks for joining me today. I'm just gonna put you guys on a bit of a stream ending screen and let you guys go off, do your own thing. But thanks for farming with me this morning. I hope the rest of your Saturday goes well. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with the schedule for next week. As a quick reminder, next week we have normal stream schedule, and then I have a week off vacation where I will not be streaming, but I'll remind you guys of that next week. So just FYI, we'll have normal stream next week, then it'll be a week of vacation, and then we'll get back into it and all will be well. But otherwise, I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and I will hopefully see you guys next week.